Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. And I'm on an hour later during football season because the Browns always play. Seems they always play on Sundays at 1 o'clock. So I watched the Browns game. They were actually done at 4:30, but then it's getting to be dusk and I have to go put my chickens away and take care of feeding the dog so he doesn't bother us the whole time we're in here. Mr. Pesto, got any running around done today? Yes, we do. In fact, we have a snowstorm warning. It's beautiful today. It's in the high 50s, almost 60. I don't know if it reached 60 or not. But yeah, tomorrow, there's starting tonight, there's snowstorm warnings till like for 3 days. So what I did, I just went out and took a couple landscape pictures of today of my yard, a couple places. And then I'm going to take the same picture in the next couple days. I'll show the difference the 2 days can make. I don't know how much we're expecting. It's going to be, they say, shovelable, which is 4 or 5 inches, probably. But Sundays are the days that I'm on here, and I tell you what I sold the past week. My sales have been terribly slow. In fact, they never picked up for fourth quarter as yet. So I am actually not buying any inventory. What I decided to do was start going through, I have over 1,500 items in my eBay store. So I have them all in these bins. Let me see, if you can see. See these bins? I have most of my clothes in bins, and coats and certain dresses and things I have hanging upstairs. So any men's suits or winter gears like coats and jackets and nice dresses, I don't put in packages yet. I just leave them hanging until somebody buys them, and then I bundle them up. But so I have, I think, 5 racks of clothes upstairs too that have to be inventoried. The reason I decided to do this is most of the things I go through piece by piece, and most of the things I end the listings. I correct titles and do some things, sometimes the pictures aren't so good. If they're really bad, I pull them out and retake the pictures. They go on as brand new items. So it's actually eBay's Cassini, which is the the thing that runs eBay. It actually is tricked into, I think, that's what people say, anyway, into thinking they're brand new listings I'm putting on. So that's almost as good as buying things and adding inventory. I don't want to add inventory right now because I'm not selling enough. I don't really want my stores and my Poshmark closet to get any bigger than it is. I do not want to buy any more bins. So we'll just see if this works. So far, it's working as well as it was when I wasn't doing it and just buying new items because sales never picked up. They never picked up after spring. Then we had the summer slowdown. But actually, the summer slowdown was actually better than I'm doing right now. So I don't understand it. Hi, Bumblebee. Hi, Sue. Yeah, so I don't know what's happening unless this list, these item specifics things are really, if they've taken down anybody that has a lot of item specifics that have to be redone. I don't know if they've already pushed. I have a lot of them to do, over 1,000. So whether they've pushed all those items all already down to the bottom and things aren't being seen, I don't know. But one thing I've discovered as I'm going through these bins, I've just completed my 6th bin out of 50 some. And there's about 20 to 25 items in each bin. So it's a lot. But what I have discovered is if I find an item in a bin that has disappeared off of my store, I mean, it's just gotten lost someplace, it was deleted through some mistake, or maybe when I was ending the listing, it never got put back on again. But somehow it's not in the store. It's just not there. I have the item, but it's not listed. So it's a good way to find out about them. So one of the bins had 6 items, 5 or 6 items in one bin that wasn't listed at all. That was, I think in the first or second bin I did. And now this last bin, the 6th bin that I did, had another 5 that wasn't listed, that I had to retake pictures. Now the measurements and things are all done because it's all on a tag on the clothing, on the poly bag, the clear poly bag. So at least I don't have to remeasure, but I have to take the things out of the bag. Most of them, of course, I have to re-iron because you can't take pictures of them all wrinkled up. So it's a lot. I have to iron them, then redo pictures, and then entirely relist just like a new item. Just create a listing and list them. So that's what I'm doing with my days. I try to spend 3 to 4 hours a day doing this. And I still have some items, miscellaneous items that came in a box from Bumblebee that I'm doing. They're not on yet either. I did a few yesterday, and I'm sort of interspersing them amongst the clothing. I have a few more. I don't know how many more to do. Quite a few more to take pictures of and then do. I take pictures of 5 or 6 at a time, and then I list them. So I'm slowly interspersing them with the clothing that I'm doing. So no new clothing until I get this inventory done. That will hopefully, if I ever start selling, that will bring my inventory down, which I'd rather have about 1,000 in my eBay store instead of 1,500. And I don't want to put any more in my Poshmark store. It's already too hard for me to go through and share. So that's what I've been doing. I sold only a dozen things this past week, so it's not getting any better. 2 of them were bundles, though. So there were actually less packages. There were like 10 packages. But I sold 12 things. So let's go to share the screen. And yes, I did the keywords. I went back on those items and I changed all the ones that you suggested, or most of the ones. I changed the keywords around and did that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not very good at doing keywords. Mr. Pesto says, I don't let my listings get more than 3 months old. Oh, my. I have things in here at least 2 years old. Before you end the listing and relist before the 3-month mark. The trouble is, I'm always going through and just doing, like if something's going to come up to end today, I used to go on because it will relist for 30 days. So after 30 days, it's relists itself. So it's just relisting. So instead of letting it do that, a lot of times I will go on and end those listings and relist. So the dates on them aren't correct. The dates are when I'm relisting. I don't have the original dates that I first listed the item, unless somebody knows how to secretly find that date that they were first listed. But I haven't found that date, so I really don't know how long a lot of these things have been on. I can sort of tell by the pictures and the backgrounds and how I was taking pictures at the time when I first started. But other than that, I have no idea. I never put a date where it would stay, so I don't know when it was first listed. So, but I know that there's things in here that have been on in my eBay store for at least a couple years. I should be putting them on auction for $4.99 and getting rid of a lot of things. That may be my next step after I get all this done. Anyway, I will show you. You didn't see the Lucky Brand stock picture of the checked. I checked the Lucky Brand stock picture. What was it of? If it was that plaid item, was it a plaid top? Because I might have sold that this week. We'll come to it if that's what you mean. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and check that email again, because I don't throw your emails away when they tell me how to do something. I save them. Anyway, let's share the screen and I will show you the things that I oh darn, why isn't this doing? Okay, let's just start right over here. Stop sharing. Every once in a while I do this backwards. Okay, share the screen. Here we go. Okay. Now, I've had these blocks for a long time. I know that I bought these at Goodwill, and they're vintage. There's 50 wooden alphabet blocks in a bag. It was like a gauze bag that tied shut. They were really nice and very clean, and I expected to get more for these, but they never sold. They never had hardly any interest. So that is why I took a best offer of $11.50. These blocks weighed 5 pounds, so they paid actually $12.80 to get them shipped to them. So Marquoketa, Iowa, they went to. And they actually paid a total of $24.30 by the time they paid shipping on these. But so those are gone. Made some room on my shelves. And here's that Theory sweater. This is an alpaca sweater. I had a lot of interest in this sweater. A lot of interest and offers around between $40 and $50, which I held out on. I was hoping to get $60 for this sweater, but I finally took an offer of $55. They paid $6 in shipping, so they actually paid $61. But it was a really soft, nice sweater. However, when I first got it, it was full of pilling. It was big pilling, like alpaca gets on them. And I sat, like I said, I think last week, I sat for 2 evenings on the couch watching TV, picking this pilling off, because alpaca wool does this. Any animal wool, if it's a little thicker, it does this pilling. So this is a beautiful sweater, and I didn't want it not to sell because of that. I'm sure it still had a little bit of pilling on it, but it was pretty totally cleared off when I mailed it out. So that sold. Oh, that sweater went to Marysville, Ohio, by the way. This next item, Susan Graver. This is a soft, sort of a sheer blouse with that V-neck, black and white floral, and tunic length. And it had sparklies on the shoulders, I think. Or it might have been, it doesn't say shoulders, it might have been throughout the, you can't see it on the pictures. Photographs never show sparklies. I don't know why, it's too bad. Anyway, this sold for the sale price of $17.47. They paid $4 shipping, and it went to Altoona, Pennsylvania. And I sold a Hunter's baseball cap. Oh, this is a terrible picture. It actually said Winchester on a leather label there on the front. So that's why I said it was a Hunter's cap, and it was a bright orange. So it sold for $11.03 on a 20% off sale. I usually don't put caps on sale, but this past week I put everything on sale Monday through Thursday for 20% off, and then Friday through tomorrow is a 25%. My whole store is 25% off. So if anybody wants to get anything on sale, it's not going to last past Monday, because I don't have things arranged to be 25% off. Anyway, this cap went to Savannah, Georgia. Down south, they do a lot of hunting, and they do a lot of hunting with pointer dogs. I think they call it lowland hunting. It's usually bird hunting, pheasants, quail, that kind of thing. Okay, I sold this Under Armour men's medium runner's top. It was this red with the black detailing on it, and that sold for $15, best offer. Went to Washington, D.C. and free shipping on that. It was one of a while back, I tried to put a few things on free shipping to see if it did anything. I don't know if that's why this was bought at free shipping, but they still offered a low offer, $15 on it with free shipping. So, and it cost me $3.48 to send it out, so I didn't make too much on that sale. Here's a women's sheer blouse. I'm not sure where I got this blouse. It has an old background on it, but this blouse had absolutely no labels in it. If I bought it, I just bought it because it was really pretty, or Bumblebee might have sent this in one of her boxes. The back had this open back with a tie on it, but it sold. I just sent it out with measurements, told them to look at the measurements for the sizing, but it sold for $15.63, which was the sale price. They paid $5 in shipping, and this went to Centennial, Colorado, which they'll have to save this till summer because it's cold in Colorado and they already have snow. Okay, this is part of a bundle. This piece, Vince Camuto sweater, and this item, this lace-up boho autumn plaid. Oh, none of these are Lucky Brand, so I guess that isn't the one I was thinking of. But those two pieces went in a bundle on Poshmark. So these are Poshmark sales. The sale came to $50 in all. They got a 20% discount because they bought 2 or more items. So they paid $40, and out of that, I made $32 on those 2 items together. So that's the first time, maybe not the first time. I hardly ever have a bundle on Poshmark, but it was either maybe the second or third time I ever had a bundle. And then we have a little Thai Beanie Baby, 6-inch little dog. His name is Brutus. He had his tag and everything on him. He was soft as anything, even though he wasn't a silk one, because some of them are Thai silk. This wasn't one of them. His name was Brutus. He was really cute and soft. And this little guy went to Leander, Texas. Leander, Texas, something like that. There's my Texas sale. For $9.99, free shipping. He went off to Texas. Then I sold the Schwinn t-shirt. I haven't had that all that long. I thought it would sell really fast because I thought this was a really neat t-shirt. It had a picture of one of those banana bikes. This was like back in when my son was little. He had that type of bike. This is Schwinn, Sweet Bride, it says on it, but it sold for $10.34, which was part of the 25% off sale. And it went to Loveland, Ohio, right here in Ohio, someplace. Then this was, thank you, Wendy, whenever you come on here. This was from a YouTube watcher. She bought a little bundle. This lot of brow trimmers and a lash kit, some mini tweezers. That was bundled along with Zarbee's little their throat lozenges, I believe. Natural lemon menthol flavor throat lozenges. I think that's what they are. Cough soothers plus mucus. Gets rid of mucus. So, but those items bundled together cost $17.23 with free shipping. Now, when I went on to ship them, eBay bundles, if they see that somebody's bought a couple things, they bundle it together so that you just have to print out one label. So they didn't have to pay anything because it's free shipping on most all these type of home health and beauty items. I have free shipping because they're all go first class and they're usually very light. So there's free shipping on all those items. So she got these two. It cost me $3.50 for sending both of them. They went to Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. And thank you, Wendy. And that was the end of my sales. And that happened yesterday. I didn't sell anything today so far. But last Sunday, I didn't sell anything either. But then Monday, I had an over $100 day. So you just never know. Let me get my screen back here. Yeah, you never know. eBay is strange. But like I said, I had a couple sales on Poshmark, and then the rest were eBay sales and a couple bundle things. I wanted to show you, I ran across my a picture of my daughter when she was younger, a picture she had taken at a photographer. This is before she did photography. But it's a beautiful picture of her, even though they must have used a filtered lens, that soft lens, because that's what it looks like. I don't have it on the computer, but it was done in a studio. And this is one of my favorite pictures of her when she was young. That's Michelle. And then let me share my screen if I can do this and find this picture. Here it is. This is her picture now. This is the one she has on her photography website of her, where she does a blog, meet your photographer. So this is Michelle now. I think her hair is a little longer now than when this picture was taken, but unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of my son because he won't let his picture be taken. You know, they have to be like candid pictures of him doing something with the kids, and I don't have any good pictures. The last time my daughter took family pictures of them, and they're 12 and 13, or 12 and 14 now, the kids. So this was back when they were young. I mean, we're talking like 6 and 8. So she wants to do new pictures, new family pictures of them. That's the only time we can make my son get into the group picture. And you can always tell if you look at his face, he's not enjoying himself. Why are guys like that? Most guys are. They don't want their pictures taken. When my daughter does senior pictures, she says it's so easy to do the girls because they're all for having their pictures taken. But when you do a senior boy, he wants you to take 2 pictures and that's it. He's done. It doesn't go like that with a photographer. So the mother usually brings the kids to the photographer, and she has to make them stay until my daughter gets done taking the pictures. So, yeah, she's beautiful. She's always been beautiful. My son is very handsome too. Uh, he was more handsome, of course, when he was younger because he has worked hard his whole life, and he is one of those people that is out in the sun a lot. He never wears sunscreen, so you can tell on his face. And he has back problems, and like me. Anyway, my daughter looks younger than her age, and my son, he looks his age. I wouldn't say he looks older than his age, but he does look his age. I hope he doesn't see this. I'm sure he doesn't. He won't. If I showed you his wedding pictures, he was very handsome. I might get one of those out to show you. But I wouldn't like to show you the old, like I did with Michelle here, because there's such a difference now. Now his wife, Linda, she looks a little older, but she's still very pretty and looks young for her age. All that group of girls that were together, and there's 5 of them, I think. There's 5 of them that have stuck together since high school, and they all look good. So anyway, that is what I sold. I'm just not going to worry about it. I worried about it the first few weeks. It doesn't do any good. So just going to continue doing my inventory and see if, I don't think I'll ever finish. By the end of the year, you're supposed to have the required item specifics done. And then there's another group that says item specifics soon, or something about soon, and they're supposed to be done by February. I'm not going to get them done. It's only me doing them, and I haven't found a fast way to do them. So if anybody knows of a quick way you can do these in bulk, there is a way to put them together in a bulk listing, but you still have to do them one by one. So I don't see where that really makes a huge difference, because each item, even if you do all the tops together that sort of have the same required item specifics, and you do all the pants and all that, do it that way. That's how I was doing it. It still takes forever. So some days I just work on that. So keeps me busy, out of trouble. I can't get in trouble. I'm not going out of my house. I'm one of the people that's minding what they're saying. I'm staying home. I'm not going out anywhere in a crowd. Oh, by the way, we had a Zoom family get together on Thanksgiving. It was really nice. In fact, my son even got on there and talked to us after the kids got off and they were off eating their dessert, I think. My son got on with just my daughter and me. And we were on an hour talking. That's the longest I've talked to my son without him pacing around or doing something else in a long time. So it was really nice. And he actually said, we're home all the time. They're not going out either. Well, I won't say that. The kids are still in school. They're still doing in-school classes. He's from Parma, Ohio. And they haven't gone to the remote learning yet. They were on remote for a while, and then they decided everybody would go back to school. So, and my daughter-in-law is not my daughter-in-law, my granddaughter is even doing gymnastics. It's a private gymnastics classes where she goes 3 or 4 times a week. They have to wear their masks except when they're up and they're doing their thing that requires running and vaulting and the bars and everything else. They don't wear the mask there then, but they're not actually near anybody when they're doing their thing. But she has to mask up immediately afterwards. So I don't know. She's already been in quarantine once because somebody got caught COVID and everybody had to go into quarantine. So she's already had to do that once. She didn't get sick. And so I'm 78. I am going to stay in where I'm supposed to be. It's too close to getting the vaccine. Yes, I'm going to take the vaccine. It's too close to that getting, whenever it gets around to being given to my group. I think we're going to get it earlier than it goes out to everybody. But I'll be able to ask I have my regular doctor appointment, which I have to go to, and I have to go to the dentist. So those 2 things are 2 things that I will be out of my house for. I'm not thrilled about it, but I will go to the doctor for my regular appointment December 15th, I think it is to have blood work done and my regular exam. So I will do that and ask him about the vaccine and when he thinks we'll get it, because a lot of his patients are geriatric patients. So I hate to even say that. I'm geriatric, but I guess I am. Yeah, I think, hi, Wendy. Thank you for your sales. It's been slow, I think, for a lot of people. But then if you go on, there's a lot of people, it's not slow. It hasn't slowed down. So I don't quite get it. You know, they have to, for some reason, be up. eBay moves them up so they can be seen more often or all the time. So I don't know. Walking plebe. It's a scamdemic. I'm a medical person. Walking pleb. This is not a scam. Go have a talk with one of the nurses that's working in the hospital with this and see if you think it's a scam. It's not a scam. It's a very scary pandemic, just like the Spanish flu was. And yes, it is killing hundreds of thousands of people. So I don't quite understand the people that still don't believe that. But I, for one, know medical people. This isn't a scam. This is for real, unfortunately. So I will close for now and try to be back on Thursday. That's my next scheduled time I come on. So the only reason I wasn't on Thursday is it was Thanksgiving, but I will be back on Thursday, if not before. If I happen to do, I may do a recorded video of how I'm doing this inventory stuff. So I will see you again. Thank you all for joining. And I will say bye for now.